Welcome to Leader Lifestyle Hub. We came here on the weekly revision of the 4 books. On this week, we have covered 4 books written by different authors. Let us see the small review of the 4 books. What are these 4 books and what are the top 3 lessons from each and every book summary? The first book that we have covered is The Big Leap. In this big leap, we see how we need to increase our limits of happiness and how to overcome our limiting powers that we are going through in our life. We artificially limit our happiness because we don't think we deserve to have it all. There are 2 common ceilings which can break our attitude and exercises, which is nothing but fear and self-sabotage. These are the 2 common ceilings that restrict us to go forward. There are 4 zones of work that we have discussed in the Big Leap. The 4 zones of work is zone of incompetence, zone of competence, zone of excellence, and zone of genius. So we all need to be striving for zone of genius. What is zone of incompetence is for you are stuck at work and you are not able to do anything forward. And zone of competence, you are able to do, but lot of others also can able to do this. Means you are easily replaceable. Zone of excellence is you are highly skilled on that particular task and still there is an improvement. Zone of genius is you are master into the particular thing and you are not irreplaceable. Means you are master in that and you are unique into that field. That is called zone of genius. Always strive for the zone of genius in your work. So the Big Leap is always suggesting us to become master and become unique in your own field. Let us see the second book summary, The Idea Factory, where we have seen how the Bell Labs revolutionized the century in this modern world, where with the help of mobile phones, electronic gadgets, all the things that we are using for. If your vision is big enough, it can survive for over a century. Without Bell Labs, we wouldn't have computers, mobile phones, radio, or the internet. They have invented the transistors, radios, and radar systems, which is used in warfare. And they have created the satellite system, and they have invented the telephone. Initially, the telephone were not able to give the dialer tone. Right now, how it is there. So at that time, 1920s, the telephone was there, but there is no dialer tone. Until the caller speaks out, the receiver speaks out, the caller doesn't know whether the person is there or not. So at that time, the telephone and telegraph industry was very less innovated. Then after Bell Labs is founded by the Alexander Graham Bell, who is the founder of telephone, and on his name Bell Labs was formulated. After Bell Labs formulated, they have acquired AT&T company, American Telephone and Telegraph Company. Once they accumulated together, they have invented a lot of things in the journey. So monopoly breeds innovation because it can use profits to fund science. So the idea factory is your vision should be big enough and your innovation should never stop. That is the lessons that we can learn from the idea factory. Let us see the third book summary that we have seen, Bold. We have seen the book name called Bold, where we have seen different strategies for improving the business ideas. The power to change the world is in your hands right now. And exponential technologies have the highest impact business opportunities. What are the exponential technologies that we are seeing right now are artificial intelligence and sensor technology. Sensor technology means right now we have lots of sensors in our gadgets for tracking sleep, tracking performance, or tracking energy, and even tracking when you enter the room or when you exit the room. So these technologies, sensor technology and artificial intelligence, ChatGPT is ruling the world, and other AI tools are overcoming the researchers and search engines. So exponential technologies have the highest impact business opportunities in the future. And the third technique that we learned is use the skunk methodology to build your business fast. What is the skunk methodology that we have seen? It has to have three characteristics, skunk methodology. First thing is it has to have one single clear defined goal, and it is not weighted down by any bureaucracy whatsoever. Its team can work in an isolated, focused environment without distractions, and it encourages the teamwork with the same goal, targeted, focused environment, so that the business will grow very fast. So these are the three lessons that we learned from the book Bold, and it is always encouraging about two exponential technologies. One is artificial intelligence and the sensor technology. And the fourth book that we have seen in this week is How to Do Nothing. In this book, we have seen how taking pause is more important in our lifestyle. We think doing nothing is a waste of our time because of the ever diminishing line between the work and leisure. There is a lot of beauty in the world to notice if you start the habit of pausing. Think more carefully about what other people's motives are for their actions, and you will have an easier time dealing with minor inner inconveniences. So take pause sometimes, whether it is a sunrise or sunset. Take some time to take pause, or consider it as a me time, and focus on one particular activity, either watching the nature or while walking. Think of your beauty in the world. So there is a lot of beauty in the world. If you notice, only if you notice, it will happen. And it will start by taking the habit of pausing. So we are busy, when you are working, you think about leisure time. When you are in the leisure time, you will be thinking about work. This has to be stopped. And the author suggesting us to focus attentively on whatever you are doing. That is all about how to do nothing. When you immerse yourself, it helps you whatever you want you achieve there, as well as it will help you to relax when you have leisure time. So think more carefully about what other people's motives are for their actions, and you will have an easier time dealing with minor inconveniences such as before reacting to other person's behavior or actions. Take some pause to reply or to respond, so that you will think of that person's perspective also. Never think about only your perspective, and think about all other person's perspective. So these are the four books that we have covered. The Big Leap, where we have focused on zone of genius. There are other zones are there, but you need to strive for zone of genius, and you need to master one field wherever you are, and you should be unique into that field. That is called the Big Leap. And the Idea Factory is how Bell Labs founded lot of innovations in the journey of 100 years, and how it was invented, the mobile phone, from the telephone, and from the mobile phone, radar system, satellite system, and electronic gadgets that we are using right now, how it revolutionized the global digital gadgets. And the Bold is one technique that we need to implement in our communication or organization to build the business fast, with the help of skunk methodology, and with the help of one more technique that we have seen, exponential technologies, which is nothing but artificial intelligence and sensor technology. Utilize these two technologies to build your business fast. So how to do nothing is take some pause, some time to reflect back whatever you have done, and to relax some time to rebounce back on whatever you're doing. Thank you so much. See you in another week with another 4 book summaries. Until then, stay connected, keep progressing.